Ukraine was able to liberate some land, and I want to share with you the maps. This is coming from Deep State Maps, and it's not towards Pokrovsk, but it is in Donetsk. This is the village of Ivanivka, and according to today's map, Ukrainians, at least this is verified visually, have liberated this area. And as a comparison, this is how things looked just yesterday. So they were able to come in and cut it down right here. I'll just show you again. This is today, and this is yesterday. And since we are doing a recap, let's look at Pokrovsk, in which, remember, Russia says they've gotten it, even though reports had stated they didn't. The report that we had seen earlier was that Russian troops had moved in, and so this is how things looked yesterday, and this is how things look today. Yes, Russia has gained some territory. This is yesterday, and this is today. So more of the city and more of its neighboring sister. And we are getting a lot of information from Russian Telegram and Ukrainian Telegram. Ukrainians say that they're still able to get in and out. There is a supply chain still there, but it's currently difficult. While Russia says they already got all this, and that probably even maps like this are outdated. One thing we have to pay attention to is the weather. Because if it's going to be foggy tomorrow, well, Russia uses the kind of coat of fog to get into these areas because Ukrainian drones can't really get in. The one thing I just want you to keep in mind is the fact that Russia keeps on saying that they already captured all of this. But all the intel reports state the exact opposite, including some Russian military bloggers that state that while they don't have full control over things, the fighting is intense. But another thing to keep in mind is that the Russians have been stopped across this line here, which means that the Ukrainian city of Dobophilia is still fine. And as long as they're able to get supplies down, Ukrainians are able to kind of hold on to this for as long as possible. Will this territory fall? It looks very likely, but it could take some time. And I wouldn't say it was a strategic win for Russia because the amount of men they're losing here doesn't really make much sense. Plus, Russia wants the Donbass. If they keep pushing at this rate, it would take them 3 years. So I don't really see this as a victory for Russia if they were to take this, for how much resources and men they lost. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on this though. So please do share my videos and follow me for more. Military drones were following Zelensky's plane today as he was headed towards Dublin. That is what the Journal is reporting right now. We need to break this down because, realistically speaking, we've been seeing a lot of drone breaches over the past few months. And while we never pinpointed this to Russia, it seems like this is now becoming a major issue, especially because it was flying within the no-fly zone of Zelensky's plane. According to the Journal, it says that Ireland's security services have found that the drones in the Irish Sea were large, hugely expensive, of military specification, and that the incident should be classified as a hybrid attack. Ukraine's presidential office did state that yes, they acknowledged that the drones were in the area and detected, but then said there was nothing to worry about. There was no changes to their schedules. Actually, if anything, he arrived slightly early. Of course, there is absolutely no way to pin this onto Russia, but it seems like every time something like this happens, it was because of Russia, maybe having a ship off nearby or something like that. We need to wait for an investigation, though, to see if Russia truly had any kind of vessel nearby. If not, we got to figure out who's flying these drones. I will, of course, keep you updated on this, so please do share my videos and follow me for more.